Well, apparently we're live again. I went to a different spot and nobody was watching before, or at least it didn't show me that. And yeah, so I got to figure out how to change this thing to where it says a walk through my to where I work. So it's not where I'm at. And let's go outside. I'm sitting in my truck, and so I'll turn the camera around once I get outside, and you will see some new statues they're putting up, or sculptures, whatever it is that they want to call them. So let me get this over here. All right, let's go outside here if I can get out of the truck. All right, we'll turn this around if I can. Turn this over. All right, one on Facebook watching, none on YouTube. But anyway, yeah, this is where we are. This is outside Scovill Zoo, which is, let me pan up here. Right there is Scovill Zoo. And but we're gonna go, this is kind of like Scovill Gardens or whatever they want to call it. And then way over there is where the children's museum is. So I've seen that they said something about Facebook is not supported on comments. So if you're watching from Facebook, it says that I can't comment. You'd have to go to YouTube in order to comment. So it's kind of strange that they're doing that. So anyway, as you can see, we'll come up here, because the Japanese garden's also up here, which I've walked through here before and done a live and a video of it. But we'll come up here and check out these sculptures that they have. All right, so here's one sculpture somebody had made. It looks like it's all made out of stainless steel. And it's called the Imperfect Regress. And it is apparently done by a guy named Ben Pierce. And I don't know who that is, but that's what it's saying. I am at Scovill, Debbie, that's where I'm at, doing a live so I can drum up people to watch my channel. And so here's another one right here. I guess you can from Facebook. It said something about Facebook wasn't supported on people commenting. So apparently she's on Facebook watching me. And yeah, so anyway, here's another one. Let's see what this thing says. Because they took all the sculptures down, and they're starting to put up new ones. So let me pan this down a bit. This one's called Whitetail Return by John Nativio. And but once, I think there's not too many more statues, but we'll head back this way, because there used to be one right here. And because, like I said, they've been taking them down and putting new ones up as they can afford to. So here's a weird instrument, excuse me, wow, indigestion. A weird instrument looking one that you see right there. And I need to knock this down a bit. All right. Get this gimbal right. Anyway, this one's called Les Resistance. Joni Yonkins Herzog. And I'll pan up here a little bit if I can. The wind, it's kind of windy out here, so it's kind of messing with my gimbal. So anyway, and then we got another one over here. There's some, looks like the stained glass. It's a good thing I brought my coat. And there's that one right there. Yeah, we got blue skies today. And this one's called Pluma Sculpture by Kirk Reese. And then we got a weird looking one over there. It looked like it come out of a movie. So hopefully if this starts stopping and starting, just let me know. And then of course we have this funky little thing over here. It's called Geometric Construction by Ray Katz. And then of course this thing here looked like it come out of a movie. A couple of movies, in fact. The names of my are escaping my brain. So I'm going to back this up a little bit so you're not so close. There we go. So you can see them a little better. So yeah, there's this funky looking one. It's called Revival by Abby. It's either Rupert or Rupert or whatever it is. And they've been clearing a lot of trees out so you can see the lake. And of course that thing's always been there. I'm surprised it's still standing there, to be honest with you. And then of course right over there is the Children's Museum. And then the train comes up through here. And if you got tickets to go to the Children's Museum, if you're at the zoo first, and after you've seen the zoo or whatever, you can get on the train and come over here, and they'll drop you off, and you can go walk over there to the Children's Museum, and when you're done there, come back, and they'll pick you back up on the train and take you back to the zoo. But as you can see, there's Lake Decatur, and they've been kind of chopping some of the trees down. Of course, looks like Mother Nature's kind of helping out too. And then here's a funny one right there. It's like a bug. Yeah, I am in the Scovill Park of the Scovill Zoo. And this is called Sprouts on the Run by Richard Herzog. So apparently I think he's had two of them in here. So apparently he's a welder of some sort and a sculptor, and makes sculptures. So yeah, way over there is the, well, it used to be Staley. Now it's like Premiant or whatever it's called. And then way over there is, I get my finger out of the way. Here, I'll zoom in here a bit. So way over there, I can get my finger in there. Boop, right there is the restaurant way over there. And then of course, if you pan over here a little bit, that building right there is the amphitheater that they built, that you can see. Yeah, I know the trees need leaves. And of course, as you can see, all that stuff over there. So let's go back to regular 1X. And we'll head up through the sidewalk here. Yeah, I got nobody on YouTube watching me, so I really don't, I'm getting to the point I don't really care. And so, you know. But this is a kind of like a Japanese style. Well, the roof is more Japanese because of the little swoop right there. So. Looks like they got a little party going on in there. I know they might be got a baby shower going on in there or something. Yeah, they got a baby shower going on in that building. But anyway, we'll come over here inside the Japanese garden. Take a walk around the Japanese garden. It's better when the summertime, when all the leaves are on the trees and it's all cleaned up. So as you can see, the gate that they got out here. Now you can leave them bare like this. They got them painted orange and red, and I think there's some white ones that they paint them like that. Well, hello, John Griffin. Welcome to my live stream. And then, of course, here's your famous little food dog that this was dedicated in October of 1985, and still standing here today. And of course, there's your Japanese lantern. It's one of my favorite things, Japanese lanterns, and the gates, the torii gates. Hey, all right, they painted the bridge. I was going to come over here with some red paint and paint it. So I wish they would take better care of this place, though. It looks like they're trying. Somebody's over here kind of cleaning out the pond, and I doubt they got the fish in here yet. Oh, I guess they do have the fish in here. So you can see the fish swimming around in there. I guess they feel it's warm enough. In fact, there's some, if you look right there, there's some big ones right there. And they're trying to hide under the rock. And but yeah, this is gonna be really cool. Yeah, they need to clean this up a little better for the summer. And you know, they'll have the waterfall going and all that stuff. And of course, it would look a lot better once the leaves are on the trees. And then of course, this is your Japanese maple tree. These things, that size right there, is about $500 for that tree. And yeah, it's always beautiful in the spring and the summer. But they need to come out here and rake up the leaves a little better, and but they're trying. It looks like they're trying to clean it up. And somebody had poked in some fake flowers over there. And here's another little Japanese lantern, kind of a cool one. But there's a few statues out here that some stupid kids came along and decided that they were gonna break and so on. But I think they probably should get a Japanese artist to come out here and kind of show them what they should do and improve this place and make it look a little bit more authentic. And maybe get somebody to donate some stuff. And then of course, there's another one right there. That thing needs to be pressure washed and cleaned and made look better instead of just sitting there rotting away. Now these statues, to me, I think are kind of out of place, and they have been out here raking, it looks like. So yeah, to me these things are out of place. Somebody broke the head off of that one right there, And I think there was 3 of them over here, and one of them's gone. So and of course here's another one right there. That's pretty cool. And of course in the summertime they had this little waterfall going, but they're probably getting things cleaned up right now. And then but yeah, the waterfall right there will be going this summer or when it gets warmer, and you can sit here and watch the water. And of course here's your bridge. Yeah, they totally redid this bridge and painted it, and so I'm glad that they finally painted it red, because I was going to come out here with some red paint and paint it. So yeah, vandalism is lame. You walk there almost weekly past the monkeys to the top of that hill. I get inspired for my trees. Yeah, your paintings are great. One of these days I'm gonna buy an actual painting, not a print. And because my wife's been yelling for one of your paintings. So but I know your stuff will always be around, so I'm not worried about it. And it may be a little crooked. I don't know what's going on with my gimbal, but yeah, see, these things are new. So these things right here weren't here. So as you can see, they're brand new, and it's like they chopped the top of the Tory gate and put those there. I think that's kind of odd, but whatever. I think I would have done more of the Japanese fencing that they do. I mean, to know that stuff, you'd know what I'd have to know what I'm talking about. So yeah, but I wouldn't have put those. That's just kind of odd to me. Oh, here's a new one. I didn't see this one before. Let's check this out. So there's a couple of new ones over here. They used to have a thing that was like a water thing. But this is kind of like a gazebo looking thing. Let me go to 0.5 so you can see this better. Anyway, yeah, this is called Pieces by Brian Diver. So yeah, my gimbal's kind of acting up here. There we go. Yeah, right? Yeah, they could do a lot better with this park over here. And then here's another one, another little statue right here, or sculpture, not statue, sculpture, and which is pretty cool. We'll see what the name of this is. And as you can see, the 2 new fences they put up, and of course I would probably paint them yellow, orange myself, but this is called Hold Me Up by Ben Pierce. So another Ben Pierce sculpture. Apparently the guy who likes to work in stainless. But this is the zoo, for those that don't know what that is that are watching. And when it gets warmer, I'll come out here and live stream inside the zoo and show you all the animals. But in the meantime, hopefully I'm not stopping and starting. So if I am, let me know. And of course, this place over here, when they first built that, it was all wood, and they took it up and made it all metal, plastic, whatever you want to call it, to be safer. Well, hello, Lynn. You're probably about the only one. Oh, we got 2 on YouTube, so so yeah, that's the little playground that they built. And I don't even know if the zoo's even open yet, so I gotta hold my gimbal weird because it's not acting proper. So let's come over here, see if we can see some flamingos if they're out. And hopefully my signal's good and I'm not pausing and whatever. But you know, there's towers everywhere in this town, and it really surprises me about what it does. So there's the entrance to the zoo right there. And here, let me go back to, anyway, there's the entrance to the zoo. And this right here is the flamingo cage. So yeah, they're out there. I see them. And you know what makes the pinkness to a flamingo is shrimp. So let me zoom in here so you can see them. Let's get right here in between the fence. There they are, the pink flamingos right there. Let me back up a bit. We'll take it back 5. And that didn't do very well. Let's go to 1. So anyway, well, good. I'm glad it looks good for now, because usually when I come out here, it always stops on me, so it kind of sucks. So anyway, yeah, they'll be having the train out here soon, and it looks like there's a great big huge ostrich way out there. And yeah, so when it gets warmer out, I'll get some tickets and come over here and walk around the zoo and show everybody who hasn't been to the Zoo Indicator what animals that we have and so on. So yeah, it's a beautiful day today, but it's just cold. It's like 40 some degrees out. Probably feels like 30 something, but anyway, yeah, the children are playing. The trees are naked, as Davey calls them. But soon there'll be leaves on there before you know it. And we'll all be whining and complaining about how hot it is, except for me. I love the hot weather, and because I cannot stand cold weather. The only time I don't like it hot is when I'm sleeping, so my room's got to be kind of cool or I won't be able to sleep. In captivity, the flamingos are given a dye to keep them pink. Yeah, they have to eat shrimp in order to keep that pinkness, and they have to eat shrimp. I think that's kind of weird. So, but anyway, we'll walk over here to the Children's Museum, because they have some stuff sitting outside. Probably can't get to it, they've got the gate shut, but you'll be able to see it. They got a helicopter sitting out here, and I think there's a fire truck. But this is always a good spot to come to if you want to kind of sit and meditate and just enjoy nature and have a good time outside. I don't know if you're into frisbees or whatever, you can come out here and play frisbee with some people. I actually have a professional frisbee. I've never used it. I bought it and it's packed away, and I just never used it. So I gotta see if I can fix this gimbal. I'm holding this thing sideways, so hey, if it's gonna get all wonky on you, so bear with me. All right, there, that's better. I've got to get me a new one. I've seen one on the TikTok shop that was like 15 bucks. So if I ever get some money up, I'm gonna buy me one. They had a really cool one, actually one that I've been kind of eyeballing. So I hope the sound's good. I actually got my earbuds in. I was kind of hoping the microphone on that was gonna work great for this, but I don't think it's going through that. I think it's going through the phone. usually have the gate shut, where you can't just walk in there and check out the stuff they got outside. Because I think the only way you can get out there is if you go from inside to outside. Yeah, it looks like the gate's shut on it, so. Yeah, I haven't been inside that place. Hey, there might be another way of getting in here, so I think there's an opening over here. So we'll go over here to this opening, but we'll check out this sculpture right here. Looks like it's out of a movie or something. So yeah, there's a crazy one right there, and there's actually a little dinosaur over here. So let's check out this dinosaur. So there's a dinosaur right there. Oop. Let's get this right. So there's a dinosaur right there. That's pretty cool. Everything's all made out of stainless steel so it can sit out here and not rust. So let's go in here. There's a gate. They got this opened up. We'll check out. They just got like, but I think they kind of changed things in there. So I haven't been inside there since the kids were little. And so yeah, let me put this, there we go. Put that on that so you can see it a little better. And you can come up here, excuse me, and so it's like you're sitting inside the fire truck. And we'll go around the other side where the driver is. I think it's pretty nice that the fire department had donated this. So if you've never seen the inside of a fire truck before, here's where the driver sits and all his stuff. And I'm sure it looks like it's pretty well gutted anyway, so yeah, it's pretty neat. And then we'll come back here where you got your other firefighters that sit, and then you got a couple of firefighters that sit right there, and of course there's all their controls that they use. We got a couple of people that are in the helicopter, so we'll wait until they get out of there. And of course here's the back where the hoses are kept, and a couple axes, and who knows whatever else. And yeah, so it looks like they've changed a lot of stuff in there from when the boys were little. So yeah, so it's pretty neat. And of course, you know, as you can see, they got a helicopter over here, and you can play around in that. So let's go back to regular mode here. There we go, regular mode. And so yeah, and there's a little statue, and so yeah, so we'll walk back over to my truck and probably stop the live stream from there. So you got to see Scovill Park and the Children's Museum and the outside of the zoo. But when it gets warm, I'll get some money. We'll come over here and take a walk around the zoo. I'll do a live stream on that, and we'll check out that. Let me turn this around. Hello everybody. Yeah, if I can get the camera right. It is a little cold and a little windy out, and Actually, this gazebo up here, my brother got married at this up here. I don't know if that particular gazebo was actually there, but yeah, he got married up there a long time ago, and I know that was probably close to 40 years ago. So anyway, let me turn this thing back around. You don't want to look at my ugly mug. So I'll show you how, look at that flag. That's how windy it is over here. That flag just whipping away over there. So the wind's coming out of the north, and that's why it's a little chilly out. And I'm sorry for the wind noise. Hopefully they'll get some people to donate some more stuff to put into the Chinese garden and make it look a lot better than what it is. But I still think they should get a Japanese artist to come in and redesign it for them, and if they haven't before. I don't know, maybe somebody was just going off some pictures or something. Anyway, there's the gazebo right there. So I don't know if that was actually here when my brother got married, but that's where they got married at. And the rest is history. So we're gonna come over here to this picnic table next to my truck and sign off so I can head back home. I haven't even had lunch yet, so hopefully the video is still going good if I'm not frozen up, because I know it's lagging. So I may be walking over here to this, but you're probably looking at something else. All right, let me set this down. We're gonna turn this around. Actually, my hand is cold, and I'm also crooked, so this really should be like that. And let me see if I can pull this phone out a little bit without destroying it. Anyway, all right, there we go. It's probably still crooked, but what am I gonna do? I don't really like this gimbal so much because it actually starts panning. And I've worked on this thing and worked on this to get this thing to quit panning, and it does it anyway. So then I gotta keep moving it back over. You'll see it start panning. So as I'm talking, it will start moving. And I don't want one to where it has one of the axes where it's at. So that way, if I need to plug something into the end of the phone, I can do it without obstruction. But with this thing, I can't do that. And yeah, I can't remember how much I paid for it, but they have the one that I've been kind of eyeballing on TikTok Shop, and I may shoot for that when I get some money up. And 5 on one and 2 on another. So I mean, at least you were here. I was live not too long ago, and I was walking down the street, probably a good, I don't know, 4 or 5 blocks from my house, and I was like shocked because I went down to where this grade school used to be that they knocked down, and they built a whole new grade school. So I was like, whoa. And there's like a huge building there that they're still working on. It's going to be some magnet school, and I didn't even know they were even building that. So it's a heck of a lot bigger than the school that was there. And you'll just have to check that out. I'm sure it will probably be up soon, if not already. And I'll have to change the heading on that, because I can't figure out how to change the heading yet. Because even this one here will say a walkthrough to where I work, and I'll have to change it manually once it's up on YouTube, and I'll have to figure out how to get it done. So, because I don't remember how I did it in the first place. But anyway, thank you all for showing up, and I'm gonna head back home and find something to eat for lunch, and then go from there. So it's a a lazy Sunday. I've been trying to drum up people to subscribe to my channel, and I've actually lost a messload of subscribers. I think they were all fake anyway, so I wouldn't be surprised if YouTube didn't boot them off, because apparently they have some kind of a software where they know whether or not you're a true watcher or not. So I lost quite a bit. So I went from like 950 to 924 or something like that. So I lost a huge amount of subscribers. Easy come, easy go. So anyway, I'm gonna get out here, and I will catch you guys on the next live stream.